we roused up all the boys early, and they're all here. They're awake.
You're going to play some music for us in a short while. Let me ask you a couple of questions first, though. The album Mutations is out there, and they're probably the same questions that you're getting asked. I'll try to ask them in a little bit of a different way, but basically it's
Can you ask them in like Turkish or?
I could try.
Cool.
The recording of the album began not as a follow-up to Odile, which is pretty much the message that's out there right now, but more in the vein of perhaps some of your earlier work, like One Foot in the Grave. Can you tell us what you set out to do with this record and how different the recording process was this time around?
I just had a bunch of songs that were more in the folk and country vein, and a lot of them had been sitting around for a while. And we just gotten off of a long tour, so I just went in with these guys, and we cut most of it live, and there wasn't really anything in mind. I did owe a record to this label Bongload, which is a local label, and so we were going to put it out as this low-key kind of acoustic-based affair, and it just kind of grew into what it is now, which was, pretty much more of a basic record, but it's got more orchestration, more colors, more different ideas going on. So it's a little more mellow than Odile, but sort of in the same spirit.
You worked with Nigel Godrich as the producer on this album. He's known for a whole bunch of stuff, but probably best known for
lovely gentleman
for Radiohead, right. And I know that he only had a 2-week window where you guys could work together. And I did actually hear the other day that you were mixing one of the songs as the car service pulled up to take him to the airport.
Yes, we were, actually. I was doing a vocal. So we all ran out in the rain and put him in the town car and sent him on his way. It was a race to the finish. I had 14 songs, and we had 14 days. So we took no time off, and we just barreled down and did a song a day, basically.
How did you guys hook up? What made you decide you wanted to work with him on this record?
There was no real reason, I guess. I just gotten back into town, and I wanted to go into the studio pretty quick. And most of the people I knew were busy, just deep into projects for a long time. So he was around, and he had a little bit of time to spare, and I didn't know him at all. It was kind of an instinct thing.
The album's a lot less. I don't know if frenetic would be an accurate word than.
Yeah, I think because our shows are fairly frenetic, so we kind of needed a change of pace, do something a little more civilized, and I think myself, and all the guys in my band here, we all kind of felt it would be a nice change of pace.
Well, you certainly seem to be paying homage to America's musical traditions, of which there are many nods throughout the record. But there's also some reference points to more recent more recent musical past.
Right.
It seems there's a number of parallel interests surfacing in the material on Mutations, and perhaps Mutations is an apt name for the material.
Yeah, it's it's kind of my take on the song craft and the evolution of song craft, and a lot of these songs are traditionally based, but still, we live in a time where there's influences of so many different kinds of things. I've heard, drum and bass, or I've heard death metal or dark wave, whatever. So if I'm working in a traditional vein, it'll never be pure, just because I've heard those things. Even if I'm not drawing on those influences, they're part of the consciousness now. So it's all ingredients to the mutating of the song form.
I can't help but notice and comment that you got a Black Sabbath T-shirt on this morning.
Yeah, I do. I actually had it. Wore it to bed and bucked out of bed early and still had it on.
I won't ask why you wore your Black Sabbath T-shirt to bed, but Beck is here with band. Let's listen to some music. I know you're going to play a couple of songs for us, and then we'll come back and talk some more.
Okay, we're going to do Cold Brains. unmoved, untouched, unglued, alone at last. No thoughts, no mind to ride behind a trail of disasters. A final curse abandoned us. We ride this sound, corroded to the bone. The fields of green I've been obscene. I lay upon the ground. The feel of hope, a hangman's rope, pulls me one way or the other. A final curse abandoned us. We ride this sound, corroded to the bone. A bird of song is heard no longer in the evacuated heavens, and the dream is drawn and drained then gone, on and on, and it doesn't matter. A final curse abandoned us. We ride this sound, corroded to the bone.
This morning becomes eclectic at 89.9 KCRW. Beck is here with the band. Why don't I get you to introduce the members of your touring band who were with us
over here to my
this morning?
right, I got Smokey Hormel, fresh from Europe. He's playing with Sean Lennon. And over here on the keyboards, we have Shotgun, Roger Manning. And he is fresh from Europe as well.
He was here just a
Playing
couple of
with
weeks
Air.
ago as well, I think.
Yeah, everybody was out.
Yeah.
And yeah, he was. They were here with Air.
Yeah.
And over here, we got my man Justin Mello Johnson on the bass, and the brass menagerie over here on the horns, saxophone David Brown, and the other David Rollicky on the trombone, and then over on the drums we got Joey Warnker, Stagecoach.
I was reading an article in the new edition of Mojo magazines by Barney Hoskins, and you're quoted as saying that during your travels across America, you realize that there's a lot of strangeness out there, and I'm wondering how much of that you bring back and infuse into the music on these songs.
I'm just trying to normalize, you know. It's I don't remember saying that actually. Barney's he's a very inventive fellow. So, has a way with words.
I'm gonna have to get the transcripts of that one, obviously. You've been out though. I mean, prior to recording of this album, you were crisscrossing the country quite a lot, and doing the Europe thing as well.
Yeah.
Did that give you a chance to reflect and slow down to do these songs?
No, not at all. This record's a reaction to that. I think it's a need for a little bit of tenderness and reflection, and kind of getting in touch with yourself.
Well, you're clearly in touch with
touching myself
with something different on the new album. Why don't we hear some more music?
Some more.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what do we have? Bottle Blues. All right. Right here. This is.
What do you got?
Trusty old song. And a very in tune guitar. And this is the Bottle of Blues. I'm gonna start this. I just found me a bottle of blues, some strange comfort for the soul to soothe. Ain't it hot, ain't it hot? You want somebody who doesn't want you. And I've been waiting for a year or a day. Some strange weather must be blowing my way, 'cause I got no mind to go or to stay or be left behind. Holding hands with an impotent Jean in a brothel of fake energy. I'll put a nickel in the graveyard machine. I get higher and lower, get higher and lower. I get higher, soldier, with nothing to shoot, and nowhere to lose this bottle of blues. I'm in touch with myself right here. Ego's drown. I'll hit it again, boys. The egos drown and pose alone like black balloons, all banged and blown on a backwards river. The infidels shiver in the stench of belief. And I've been waiting for a year or a day. Some strange weather must be blowing my way, 'cause I got no mind to go or to stay or be on the payroll. Holding hands with an impotent Jean in a brothel of fake energy. I put a nickel in a graveyard machine. I get higher and lower. I get higher and lower, like a tired soldier with nothing to shoot and nowhere to lose this bottle of blues. Make it launch. Shotgun. Tell my mama I'm 100 years late. I'm over the rails and out of the race, and the crippled psalms of an age that won't fall ringing in my ears. Holding hands with an impotent Jean in a brothel of fake energy. I put a nickel in the graveyard machine. I get higher and lower. I get higher and lower, like a tired soldier with nothing to shoot and nowhere to lose this bottle of blues. This is how we wrap it up. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da.
This morning becomes eclectic, and Beck with band in the house, 89.9 KCRW. Music from Mutations, that one was Bottle of Blues. I think I'm just going to let you guys play and maybe come back and ask some more questions a little later.
Lauren Hill would say, defecating on the microphone once again. What are we doing?
Sing it again.
Sing it again. We got that A harmonica? Did that ever show up? No? Sent somebody down to McCabe's. Didn't happen though. Okay, this is bad traffic.
This is for all the people at McCabe's who couldn't be here.
Who couldn't be here. Send this one out. Okay, I think somebody starts this. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. The town of disrespect. The trains are wrecked. The night is younger than us. Nowhere's anywhere else. You keep to yourself, stirring the dregs where I have laid. The exit signs are flashing, dead ends they won't come to life anymore. Tied under the moon, my love is a run of broken bottles and tangled webs. The misers wind their minds like clocks that grind their gears on and on. If it's meant some accident, some coincidence, crumbs fall out of the sky when you wander by. The dust clouds blow, nobody's home. Won't you lay my bags upon the funeral fire and sing it again?
Morning Becomes Eclectic, music from Beck, and 89.9 KCRW is the radio station. I'm going to listen to some more music in a while, but while we've got you here, we figured we'd ask you a couple of questions as well. We talked about how you came to make this current album, Mutations, and that it is not the official follow-up to Odelay, yet at the end of this album, there is a track, a hidden track, I guess you would call it, that sort of pops up if you let the CD play an extra minute after it's finished. And there seems to be, I mean, why was it at the end? It doesn't kind of fit the rest of the record, and I'm wondering if that means this is the sort of the bridge track to the next album.
It was the only song that wasn't written for the record, and it happened because we'd been in there about 10 days, I think, doing these waltzes and dirges and all these 3/4 songs. And I came into the lounge and everybody was watching these acid rock videos. You know, Justin and Roger and everybody were, and I think we all just needed to rock out for a minute because we'd been, like I said, doing these sort of. We've been in the slow lane for a while, so to speak, and the studio is fairly sedentary, and we needed to, get our cockles warm, and just kind of kick it into gear a little bit. So we did this song, and we did it one night, and actually what I did is I wrote 5 songs real quick. And then we just cut them all together, and originally Nigel wanted the song to be the second song, just to be this assault, and then it didn't. I realized it didn't really fit on the record, so then we decided to just kind of hide it at the end.
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't fit the mood of the record. It's part
of the record, but it doesn't really. It's like the wayward son at the Thanksgiving dinner who just doesn't really fit in with the family anymore as the black sheep. And so you just put him at the end of the table
and don't give him a drink.
Give him some string beans and ignore him.
There is a mood on the album, definitely, but at the same time, it moves around. It takes its curves and it sort of swerves here and there.
Yeah, it's swerving. But
there's a consistency, I guess, is a consistent energy.
More than the other records, I'd say. It's just kind of a mood, a tone, and I think the other records will tend to give you whiplash in certain areas. So we wanted this to be a gentle affair.
Every time you start talking about the gentleness of it, or I'm
just kind of in a gentle mood. Right
it definitely seems to relax you just talking about it. You're not touring as such with the record.
I'm just trying to, What's that?
You're not touring as such.
No, we're not.
With the record.
We're going to do a few shows.
Random appearances.
We're going to do one in January, playing this stuff. But in general, it doesn't really fit in with what our shows evolved into. So, and I'm working on a new record right now, which is going to be more for the show and for the people to get in touch with their pants.
Let's hear some more music from Mutations, and then come back and talk about
right
and then talk about what's coming up.
I'm blabbing.
Keep talking about your pants.
Blabbering.
Oh, Maria.
Feeling good about my pants. I've been wearing for them for 17 weeks. What's Maria? Oh, Maria. Okay, good. I don't have to play on this.
It's Beck with band playing on Morning Becomes Eclectic.
No one, nothing to see. The night is useless, and so are we. 'Cause everybody knows the fabric of folly is falling apart at the seams. And I've been looking for a good time, but the pleasures are seldom and few. There's no whiskey, there's no wine, just the concrete and a worried mind. 'Cause everybody knows death creeps in slow till you feel safe in his arms. And I've been looking for a new friend, and I don't care if he's decrepit and gray. You know, a day so careless, all on your own. 'Cause everybody knows that death creeps in slow, and all the animals have gone wild. And I've been looking for my shadow, and I don't care, it's so bright and so clean. There was no one, nothing to see. The night is useless and so are we. 'Cause everybody knows the fabric of folly is falling apart at the seams. And I've been looking for a design, but the pleasures are seldom and few.
It's 89.9 KCRW. Beck on Morning Becomes Eclectic. Playing songs from the new album Mutations. Before you played that last tune, you alluded to the fact that you've already begun work on the next record. What's
I'm eluding work right now.
What's actually going on? Because you're not going to tour around this album. A couple of appearances, of which we're very lucky to have you guys here today, and thanks again for being here, all of you.
Thanks for having us. You know, it's great to be back, and I know this is the first time I've been here since Chris has left, and it's good to have you aboard, and it's good to be back. It's been almost 3 years, I think.
Yeah, it's been a little
way
while.
Overdue.
Yeah. Well, as I said, we appreciate
I enjoy
it.
coming out here.
It's an early Thanksgiving present for us and our listeners. Clearly, to have you guys here. And we were talking a little bit about the fact that you have begun work on the next album.
Right.
What were you doing it at home? You recording at home?
Yeah, I'm recording at home and
with the band.
Yeah. These guys are hanging around, doing dishes and we got a little kitchen in there, and it's been nice.
What's that process going to be for you? I mean, are you going to spend a lot of time like you did with Odile? Are you going to go back to the more studio way of making a record? Yeah,
I guess the approach is the same. I pretty much have the same setup as when we were making Odile, and but it's almost 4 years later. I mean, we started that record 4 years ago, so it's a different time, different place, so different things are happening for some reason, I guess.
I guess 4 years.
So we don't know. Basically, we don't know what it is, and and I guess that's a good thing.
Time, 4 years, time changes, and we have a different outlook on things. I mean, do you think that the songs on this new record are going to be that far removed from Odelay?
Hard to say. Yeah, they're a little different. Yeah, they got some other things going on.
You tend to write while you're in the studio as well, right? When you're making a studio
we're
album.
Pretty much writing it as we go, and seeing where the songs take us, and so hopefully they'll take us somewhere good. It's kind of a party record. I don't know what kind of party or who's going to want to come to the party. But
I read that you'd said it's going to be a party record, and I know
that's what we're trying for.
It's due out like next.
It could turn into a wake or something like that.
Well, it's due out sort of towards the end of next year,
right? Maybe a
right?
picnic if we're lucky. What's that?
It's due out towards the end of next year, like August, September, and
we'll see.
We can't help but
going as fast as we can.
Can't help but notice that
pumping out the songs like daily.
If you get one a month between now and then.
Yeah, no, we're trying to do.
If you can't help but notice the fact that there is a century ending next year, and I'm wondering.
I know. I'm trying to stay away from that. Any gratuitous millennial statements.
I just wondered if you wanted to provide us with the party record to see it all out with,
Yeah, I'm kind of trying to stay away because New Year's is always a letdown anyway, isn't it? I mean,
absolutely.
We went to Australia, Sydney, Australia, last year for New Year's, and I love Sydney. It was great.
I actually have a friend who saw you on the beach, I think.
Yeah, we played on the beach, Bondi Beach, one of the most beautiful beaches in the world, and it's summertime down there, and you think this would be the perfect spot. Perfect. But I have to say it was kind of a letdown. I remember after the show, everyone just kind of went to bed, and I was sitting in the hotel overlooking the boardwalk there, just watching 14-year-olds throwing up on the sidewalk, and it's just kind of a sadness about it.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
But that's just kind of the way, there's kind of a, and the sea was just there, and it was kind of empty. I don't know, there's kind of, so, we're that's the kind of party we're trying to rock.
Yeah. Going to recreate that on the new album.
Yes, exactly.
Recreate it right now.
Right. Smokey's recreating.
Get that man a bucket. I know you have another couple of songs for us, so why don't we hear them and we'll come back and talk some more. It's Beck with his band.
Dead Melodies. Okay. Got my man Steak Sauce in the place to be.
Yeah, steak.
Where will you go when this day is over? The gambler's purse lays on the run. Straight to your door. Snakes have gone crazy tonight, winding their way out of sight. A laugh, a joke, a sentiment wasted. Seasons of strangers, they come and go. Neighbors will cackle, rotting like apples on trees, sending their dead melodies. on trees, sending their dead melodies to me.
This morning becomes eclectic at 89.9 KCRW, and I think you have another 2 songs left for us. Is that right?
We do.
I'm just trying to keep an eye on the time here and make sure that
what do we got?
Make sure that we can get them
15
in.
minutes.
Yeah. So
let's.
You want to play the next one?
Yeah.
And then we'll come back and talk a little
'cause
more.
I don't really have much to say today, or I'm not saying it with the virility and veracity that's necessary for the airwaves. Okay, this is called Nobody's Fault But My Own. Treated you like a rusty blade, a throwaway from an open grave. Cut you loose from a chain gang and let you go. And on the day you said it's true, some love holds, some gets used. Tried to tell you I never knew could be so sweet. Who could ever be so cruel? Blame the devil for the things you do. It's such a selfish way to lose, the way you lose these wasted blues, these wasted blues. Tell me that it's nobody's fault, nobody's fault but my own. Tell me that it's nobody's fault, nobody's fault but my own. Tell me that it's nobody's fault, nobody's fault but my own. Tell me that it's nobody's fault, nobody's fault but my own. When the moon is a counterfeit, better find the one that fits. Better find the one that lights the way for you. When the clothes is full of nails, there's jails and garbage pails, and the tongues are full of heartless tales that drain on you. Who could ever notice you? You fade into a shaded room. Such a selfish way to lose, the way you lose these wasted blues, these wasted blues. Tell me that it's nobody's fault, nobody's fault but my own. Tell me that it's nobody's fault, nobody's fault but my own. Tell me that it's nobody's fault, nobody's fault but my own. Tell me that it's nobody's fault, nobody's fault but my own. All right, I think we got one more. It's called Tropicalia, which isn't really a Tropicalia song. It's a bossa nova song. So, be like calling a power ballad a New Jack Swing beat or something. They beat upon a broken guitar in all the streets. Wicked tropical charms, the embassies. Lying hideous shots where tourists snore and decay. When they dance in a reptile blaze, you wear a mask, an equatorial haze into the past. A colonial maze where there's no more confetti to throw. You wouldn't know what to say to yourself. Love is a poverty you couldn't sell. Misery waits in big hotels to be a victim. You're out of luck. You're singing funeral songs to the studs. The anabolic and bonds they seem to strut. Their millennial fogs till they fall down into flame. You wouldn't know what to say to yourself. Love is a poverty you couldn't sell. Misery waits in big hotels to be a victim. Oh, and now you've had your fun under an air-conditioned sun. It's burned into your eyes, leaves you plain and left behind. I see them rise and fall into the jaws of the past and in love. You wouldn't know what to say to yourself. Love is a poverty you couldn't sell. Misery waits in vague hotels to be a victim. Schwarzkopf. Looks like you want to go home. Champagne bottles, custom clothes you own. Calling up from special area codes. The Hollywood nuns calling up on the Hollywood phones. I got nothing to do, nowhere to go. I'll tell you what you want if you want to know. Tropical heat, satin sheets. Turn up the heat till the swimming pool pours. Let all the neighbors read it in the papers. Making all those gentlemen cry realistic tears. Yeah, 'cause I wanna know what makes you scream. Be a $20 million fantasy. Treat you real good, expensive jeans. Hollywood freaks on the Hollywood.
And all the children cried on Blackberry Lane.
The morning becomes eclectic at 89.9 KCRW. That's Beck with band sharing some selections, I guess you would call it, from the album Mutations. I want to thank you so much for being here today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And bringing the band along with you. And
thank you guys, getting up early and causing a commotion here. Tell it. Jesus Christ. Give it to me, boys. Is this the same song? I met you at J.C. Penney. I think your name tag said Jenny. I go step to you with a fresh pack of gum, and somehow I knew you were looking for some like a food that's right for the picking. I wouldn't do you like that, some good chicken, 'cause only you got a thing I just got to get with. I just got to get with. Only you. I wanna get with you. Only you. Girl and your sister. I think her name's Debra. I wanna get with you. Wants to get with you, yeah. And your sister. I think her name's Debra. I only wanna be down with you, 'cause you got something that I just got to get with. I'll pick you up late at night after work. I said, lady, step aside my Honda, 'cause when our eyes did meet, you knew I was packing heat. Ain't no use in wasting no time getting to know each other. You know the deal, 'cause only you got a thing that I just got to get with. I just got to get with. You know the deal, it's all they got.
Only you.
And your sister. I think her name's Debra. I wanna get with you.
We want to get with you, yeah.
And your sister. Lovely lady, girl, you drive me crazy. 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 full-grown man. And I'm not afraid to cry.
No, you're not afraid.
No, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to cry.